Here's everything you need to know to play squash. Before anything, you're going to need the right equipment to get you started. You'll need a pair of non-marking court shoes, a ball, and most importantly, a racket. The layout of the squash court is simple. You have the front wall, the side walls, and the back wall. Running around the top of the court is the outline, and at the bottom of the front wall is the tin. These remaining lines are the service areas. Before starting a match, spend 5 minutes hitting the ball between you and your opponent to get it warmed up. 2 or 3 shots each, then pass it over, and swap sides halfway through. The hotter the ball, the bouncier it's going to be. Players spin a racket to decide who serves first. Here, we're using the direction of the Dunlop logo. To hit a good serve, you have to at least have 1 foot inside the service box as you play the shot. If your foot's outside the box, it's considered a foot fault, and your opponent wins the point. The ball must hit the front wall above the service line and land in the opposite back quarter of the court. There's no second serve in squash, so make sure to get it right first time. The server continues serving from alternate sides until they lose a point. After that, the serve passes to the opponent, who can choose the side they would like to serve from, continuing to alternate thereafter. After the serve, players take turns hitting the ball. The ball must hit the front wall before it hits the floor. The ball can hit the side and/or back walls before hitting the front wall. This is called a boast. A player scores a point when their opponent fails to return the ball before it bounces twice or hits the out of bounds. That means either on or above the outlines or on or below the tin. Games are played to 11 and matches are usually best of 5 games. To win a game, you must win by at least 2 clear points. So, if the score reaches 10-all, the first player to go 2 points clear of their opponent, for example 12-10 or 13-11, wins. In squash, opponents often share the same space, which can lead to players getting in each other's way. This is where lets and strokes come in. When a let is awarded, neither player wins a point and the rally is replayed. A let can be given when a player thinks they could have reached the ball if not for the interference, when unsure if the ball was good or if there's an accidental collision, or if a player is worried there's a chance they may hit the opponent with the ball. This is called a safety let. A stroke is awarded if a player obstructs their opponent's direct path to the ball, if a player doesn't make sufficient effort to clear the way after their shot, or a player is blocked from playing a winning shot. Finally, here's 3 top tips to help you elevate your game. First of all, get back to this area called the tee after every shot. This will help you get your opponent's ball back no matter where it goes in the court. The second is to get the ball running along the side wall. The closer your shot is to the wall, the harder it is for your opponent to hit it. And the final tactic is to hit the ball away from your opponent. The more work you can put in their legs, the quicker they'll get tired and the closer you'll be to victory.
This is painful. It's my birthday today. Very squashy every day. I moved to Malaysia. I was 12. Slightly better these days with my mentality. Come spend a day with me at Cleveland.
Call that a wrap.
Hello.
Wow!
Yes!
The first one.
Woohoo! Too easy. Easy.
Surely that last one, right? One more.
One. Doesn't have to be perfect every time.
Come on.
Too easy. Too easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gouna International Squash Open 2025. Our second match of the day is an all-Egyptian affair, so let's meet the players. First on court, just 20 years of age, he's a wild card. Give it up for Egypt's very own Ali Izzat. And his opponent, two-time defending champion, tournament top seed. He's the current world number 2. He is Mr. Fantastic. Let's hear it for Egypt's very own Ali Farag.
Ali Farag in the all-Egyptian encounter against the junior wildcard Ali Izzat. Joe Barrington joining me, Surab Gosal. Evening, Surab. Well, we don't know a huge amount again about young Ali Izzat. Great experience for him, though.
Yeah, it's definitely a brilliant experience. If my memory serves me right, Joey, I think he was the wildcard at the Black Ball Open last year, maybe, and maybe played Nicky Muller. I think, but I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, for sure, you know, this is what you dream of when you're playing against the world number 2 right now, but it's obviously been world number 1 for so long, Ali Farag. He's definitely going to use this as a great opportunity to learn and kind of learn from the best, kind of learning on the job almost. Here we have his stats. He's obviously joined the tour pretty recently. We don't have a win percentage maybe because he's only played 4 matches.
Yeah, I've not seen that before. It's new to me.
Does that mean he's not won a match yet?
Not applicable now.
It's interesting, because even if he's won 1 match out of 4, it should be 25%.
Well, I know, I was going to say, yeah. Certainly thrown in the deep end with Ali Farag, who will certainly want to come here to Gouna and produce the goods. We talked about it in the studio about the world number 1 spot. If he finishes ahead of Mustafa Asal, he'll go back to world number 1.
Yeah, I was just having a chat with his coach Karim Darwish before this match started, and you know, we were just having a wry smile to each other, saying it's going to be an interesting week. And also talking about the weather conditions being different from what they normally are. The cool temperature, you know, is definitely going to be a determinant in terms of how the matches unfold this week, and it's going to be no different between Ali and Mustafa if they meet in the final. Let's not forget there are some very, very good players who stand in their way and who will most definitely have some very, very different ideas to both of them making the final. I mean, the only stat that you need to see, and you can really see, is the 80.33 career win percentage of Ali Farag. I mean, that's a pretty impressive stat.
Yeah, it is unbelievable, isn't it, in the 80s? I mean, there's not many players that have been in the 80s. Only Johnny Williams.
I mean, I would really be interested to know how many people have a stat of like win percentage above 80%. I mean, Jahangir and Jansher, obviously.
Jahangir Jansher, Ramir Shaw.
Was he above 80%?
Yeah, Ramir Shaw was probably, at one point in his career, was around about 87% at one point before obviously the injury situations were happening, which was staggering. Nour El Shabini, she might have slipped just at, like around 79, but she was in the 80s and probably will go back to the 80s. It's just 80%. It's unreal, isn't it?
That's an absolute scandal,
isn't it?
I used to be happy if I had like a 50% win rate in a season, in one season.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to even go there, Surab, with mine.
I mean, that just shows you, you know, what a legend already Ali Farag is. You know, he's won 4 world titles already, which is, you know, equal with the great Amr Shabana, and he's a brilliant player. Been world number 1 for so long and plays the game in such a simple way almost.
Yep, incredibly consistent. So we've got Amir Yasser, who will take charge of this one, and Herviar Maya El Surti, who's the sister of Mohammed El Surti. Yeah, Mustafa as well, the brother.
See some really nice pictures of the conference and cultural center here in El Gouna.
Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant venue for this top event, which has been going on for more than a decade now.
It has. The presentation for this one, I mean, I get a bit bugged about the green seating. I'd like to see that black, and I always think it's a bit, I think they're a bit closer this year to the back of the court, which is really important, but the actual branding around is really, really smart. And there's Ahmed Efat, who's the coach of this youngster.
Gouna International Squash Open 2025, men's round 1 match. Ali Farag of Egypt to serve, Ali Aizat of Egypt to receive. Best of 5 games. Lavur.
Well, the young wildcard, 17-year-old, getting his opportunity to play one of the greats of the game. And that is a very good start from Farag.
It is, and a good start is probably not Ali Farag's customary way of doing it like Nuran Gohar. He's almost a slow starter, almost feels his way into the match, feels the court, almost kind of like makes mistakes to kind of understand how to play, and then kind of puts it right.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I remember Kareem Abdul-Gawad. Now, he was at one point one of the slowest. He'd literally just lose the first game straight away, use it as a warm-up, and then obviously win in 5.
Yeah, but I think, you know, the way they kind of lose the first game is slightly different. You know, Gawad was almost, you know, just laid back, and the intensity quite wasn't there. Whereas with Ali, I think it's almost like, I feel like, and I've played him as well, it almost feels like he's kind of just biding his time to kind of understand what to really do on this court and against what opponent. And then finally, you know, by the time you get to like this 25-30 minute mark, which is kind of in the middle of the second game, he really starts revving it up and, you know, really shows his so-called true colors, which is very tough to deal with.
Yeah, very tough. Well, that will settle a few nerves for young Ezat.
Handout 4-1.
Farhag definitely looks very, very chilled out there today.
Handout 2-5.
Oh, straight in. I mean, it's trademark kind of stuff with these younger players from Egypt. They really don't have any type of worry about getting stuck into the top players of their own country in particular. Clever one down the middle. So
4-5.
Right, you said Ali Farag is incredibly loose out there and chilled.
It almost feels like Ali wants to spend as much time on court as he possibly can, just for the later rounds almost.
Yeah, yeah, just practicing away.
Do you think there's any other player on the tour right now who kind of holds the ball as well as him from the back of the court, like off the back wall?
I think he does it so kind of subtly that to some of the viewers it can kind of go slightly under the radar. It's not the evident preparation. It's like the extreme one to then show, which
7-4.
Mustafa can do. So, I mean, the subtleness of it and to play against it, it would be beyond draining, because as a player, you're always covering, you know, it's that little movement, that stutter of movement all the time.
8-4.
And I think that's what makes him so hard to play. Is like when you have this exaggeration, then you can't do it all the time. Whereas with him, it's so subtle that it is all the time. And it's all a question of what pace he hits it at,
9-4.
what point of contact with the ball it is, what height he hits it as well sometimes when he's really, really playing well. And I think that's what makes it really hard, because it's not so easy to see with the naked eye. It's almost like your body has to feel it.
Yeah, no, definitely, to be on court and experience it.
He kind of reminds me in a little bit of a different way when you play with him. The feeling is almost like how I used to play Jonathan Power.
Really?
Yeah, it was like with Jonathan as well. Like I remember once Alistair Walker did a practice session with him at the British Open in the morning, and I was like, how did it go? He's like, my legs are burning. I was like, you were playing backcourt. You knew where the ball was going. Like, I knew it was going to the back, but I was still going to the front.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's only got on court with him a couple of times, but it was a pretty cool experience.
Down.
Farag now with 5 game balls.
Hand out 10-5 game ball. 11-5 game to Farag. Farag leads 1 game to love.
So the current world number 2, Ali Farag. Lopes off court. Kind of had it all in the bag. 6 minutes, 1 game to love lead against the young wildcard.
I would actually take Noor's. I've always told her that I love her forehand. I would take either Gawad's or Jonathan Powers. I would keep mine if I'm being honest. It is the only thing that I take pride in, so I would keep it. It's going to be an odd one, but I'll take Faris's. I don't know, he doesn't look like he picks a lot of balls back, but when he sees the ball, he pounces on it, and it's very explosive. Peter Nicol probably. I would go for Shabana actually, and I can't believe I didn't pick Shabana for the forehand side as well. His forehand was lethal. Rami, hands down. Fitness, Paul.
Chilled out there today. So obviously enjoying the cool weather here in Gouna this week. He's got a comfortable 1-love lead over his junior compatriot.
Yeah, there's a Masters event going on here. There's quite a few kind of people that have booked squash holidays as well. There's the squash retreats that's happening, but just fans coming in. I know there's some fans from Thailand. Oh, we've got the Ancient Aliens are back. We saw this happening first at the Pyramid, Surav, with the LED lights. They kind of suddenly go a bit rogue, and you get these random patterns coming up everywhere. This doesn't happen on the other glass floor. There we go. We've got a few extras now.
It's the mummies.
Don't think so.
They're talking to us again.
Check it.
So there's like a controller that somebody will have. Can turn off those other extra lights. I think it's right there.
Those lights almost feel like, you know, those markings when you have when you're like training and you kind of put targets on, although those targets aren't where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
But
There we
something
go.
like that.
Back in queue. All sorted.
Farag leads 1 game to love. Love.
So Farag kicking off the second game.
Down. Hand out 1 love.
Well, if the temperature stays like this throughout the week, it's certainly going to suit Mustafa Asal more than it will suit Farag.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely. Feel that the heat. Farag, if he's weaving his web, get the bigger frame of Asal tired and cooler environment. We saw it in Hong Kong. Mustafa, the outdoor court there, it was a little bit cooler as well, and he really it was 3-1 to Asal, but it was one of the more one of the bigger maulings of Ali Farag from the Raging Bull, I have to say. It was extensive.
I actually think it'll depend a lot on the wind situation. I think if it's windy, then it definitely favors Mustafa. But I think if it's quite still, I think the cooler temperature will allow Ali to kind of take the balls into these extreme positions and hit accurately, where he can kind of really get into Mustafa's legs on a consistent basis.
Interesting. Well, I can't wait to, if they are on cue to meet each other. We're another fascinating spectacle, but we're a long way off yet. Farag just dealing with the youngster at the moment
3-1.
in this round one. Nice advantage, isn't it, for these top players to get that extra run out, Surev, on the glass court rather than playing at the squash centre.
Oh, it's a huge advantage, you know, just getting used to the glass court, no matter how many times you've played on it, it's like a different beast. And just having that comfort level of, you know, hitting the ball to the back with the right pace and taking the ball in short, you know, with the correct amount of backswing. Every court is different. It just helps to kind of get used to that. Having said that, they've earned their right to play here. They're world number 1 and world number 2 for a reason. They've played on those back courts as well at some point in time, so take nothing away from them. It's a really nice lift there by Ali. He's one of the few people who actually use the cross-court lob from the mid-court forehand side. A lot of people do it from the backhand across to the forehand, but he's one of the few who does it from the forehand back to the backhand. And it's a very effective shot because it kind of like nullifies the pace going down that forehand wall and changes the angle as well as the trajectory of the ball and kind of stumps the opponent a little bit in a lot of ways.
Oh, we see Kareem Darwish there. He's morphing more into Bill Murray from Kingpin, and Steve Heatley from Dunlop has come out, the sponsor of Ali Farag and many other players, actually.
For a lot of people who haven't watched Kareem Darwish play before, I suggest you go watch some videos talking about the forehand, front and mid-court. It's probably one of the best ever in those areas.
Unbelievably hard hitter. Have you ever seen Kingpin as well? It's a great film. Still on court though, Surav. He gets on court with the players and gives a really good, proper session as it should be. It's a common denominator with these coaches that get on court and get feeding and do the hitting.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's come to a point where when you have to really work on a few things, you need to kind of be on court and explain it to them. And, you know, he's such a good technician himself, especially down that forehand side. I'm pretty sure he must be telling Ali and all his players that, okay, you need to do this. And he just demonstrates it like to the T. And they'll be going like, oh, that looks easy. And then try to do it and like, oh my God, that's nowhere near where it should be. But interesting story, actually. He was telling me that him and Ali play this game on the forehand side where it's an alley game, but they only play backcourt with a kill in the alley on the forehand. And
does Darwish take strokes?
No strokes, only lets. And according to him, he takes down Ali every time.
Oh, I'm sure he does. That doesn't surprise me at all. That's what I mean about the quality of the hitting. Just hear some whistling going on in the background there. Quite strange. The Paraguay. Well, I mean, fair play to the youngster. He's not far off in terms of the scoreline. Farag is definitely in cruise control. Nicely tidied up, so.
And out 7-8.
It's nicely put away, actually. You know, good technique, got down to the ball enough to kind of really be in with a chance to get it in.
8-all.
He's done well to be here at 8-all, to be honest.
Yeah, he has. In the business end here, he's playing his 5th ever match on the PSA Squash Tour. He's going to have to rev this up here, Ali Farag.
Hand out 9-8.
hard rally for the youngster here.
Yeah, it's back to what you're saying, but this is obviously he's dominating, holding, and then forcing him backwards. And that is a shot. That came out of nowhere. I love that shot. That's a bit unique. Look at the way he plays this.
9-all.
It's probably a bit of desperation there, but
Yeah.
it definitely came out really nice.
Oh, that was a really cool shot.
Net up.
Oh, just conceding that one there, young Ezat.
Handa 10-9 game ball.
Ali's got game ball now at 10-9.
Stroke to Farag.
Well, the review goes up. Again, the youngster very savvy with it all. Straight away, there's some younger players that wouldn't even know to review, but he's gone for the review. Let's see if this is a completely dead. No, it's pretty loose. We'll probably see the overhead now as well. See how close it...
I don't think that's getting overturned, Joey.
No, you can't hit a shot like that and it not be a complete roller and not clear it.
Well, at least we've got the inauguration of the video review for this event.
Yeah, true. That's the first time. Wonder how much we'll see it throughout the week. So it is upheld. I think that was
Stroke.
opportunistic to
Position.
try and get that one overturned. And
Upfield.
Ali Farag, who
11.
definitely needs to step things up here, I would say.
11-9 game to Farag. Farag leads.
Takes the second
Games to
game.
love.
So 16 minutes, and it's now a 2-love lead after a better contested game between the two of them.
I would choose Mohammad Al-Shorbagi's forehand. Backhand, Rami Ashur, Ali Farag. Smoothest mover, I would say, on the court. And speed, I would take Tariq Momin. Beast mode, Mohammad Al-Shorbagy again. That's an interesting one. Ali Farag, ooh, Deception. Mason Hisham.
And he could have shot of the month contender there. Fortunately, the game ending on a stroke. Ali Farag carving that ball in. Using the body to kind of deceive the opponent. Very, very customary of him, something we've gotten very used to over the years now.
Play will resume in 60 seconds.
So a great experience for this youngster. And making the most of it as well. Making the most of it. A good second game from him.
Play will resume in 30 seconds. Farag leads 2 games to love. Lavu. One love. Yes, love.
Well, it's going to be a bit ambitious. You could hear the racket clanking against the sidewall.
I think Ali was very close to reviewing that, and I thought, well, I'll just get some more time on court, so let me
Yeah,
just stay here.
And that
Happy
one.
to replay the point. Yeah, exactly.
Two, one.
That's really well improvised from Ali over there. On the return of serve off the volley, he's almost played like a trickle boast of the volley.
3-2.
Yeah, nicely done. That's more like Farag, just
5-2.
upping the ante a little bit, Surev.
Yeah, and that's kind of expected, right? We've kind of come into the third game now. He's feeling the court a little bit more. Probably he's not really played Ezat as well before, so he's kind of reading him slightly better as well off his racket, which kind of helps him with the way he plays.
6-2.
And following on from that, I have a question for you, Joey. Which flank do you think Ali volleys more, or is a more effective volleyer, the backhand or the forehand?
And out
It's a great question. I think he's got a bit more variety on the backhand.
I think you're right. I think he's got a variety, and I also feel he volleys more, like his movement to the ball on the backhand, to the front almost, with his body kind of weight is better on the backhand than what it is on the forehand. I mean, it could just be purely because he probably doesn't play as many rallies up and down the forehand, so his body's not accustomed to kind of pushing forward on the forehand as much. But the backhand is definitely a spot where he, I feel, volleys a lot more and makes life so hard for his opponents.
Well, he does. He has a young one with a bit of a sense of humour there. He came flying in and unfortunately
7-3.
hit the ball back on himself there. Similar forehand to Omar Abdelaziz there.
Check it. Can you check it? I saw it good. You want to play it? You want to check it?
Yeah, we can check it.
Okay.
So just looking at this one, Farag feels it was as good as gold.
Looks up to me.
It was fine. It's fine because it's gone floor, sidewall, and he got it before the floor. See it? There's the first bounce, sidewall, there.
The ball was good. Yes.
Yeah. Bang on those ones.
The glasses definitely help, don't they?
They do, yeah. Staring at the screen
7-3.
with my nose to it helps too.
Yeah, right. Down. 8-3.
Ambitious there from the youngster.
9-3.
Probably look back at this third game and feel that he could have possibly done a little bit more to dig in, maybe, to kind of spend a little bit more time on court with the world number 2.
Yeah, I mean, Farag's definitely up the ante here. It's a bit too close when he was getting into that back end of the second. He's done it again. Oh, he's... I suppose you can say he's consistent here because he did it on the forehand side. Now, oh, no, he hit the tin. I thought he'd hit it back at himself. Well, talking of 17-year-olds, young Zachariah's taken out Tariq Moment.
4-10 match ball.
That's a very impressive win.
Yeah, it was 3-love, which I'm staggering to believe that, but it was, and it was a tie-break in that third.
Tie-break in the second and the third. Oh, that's a really good get by the youngster, and then Ali as well. Good rally, yeah?
Good rally from both Alis, really. So Ali with a Y won that one.
It's probably the rally of the match. Maybe a little bit too little too late, but it's definitely entertaining.
Down.
Well, it was a good run out there for the youngster. I mean, the second game, you see the respect. Oh my goodness me, who's shouting then?
11-9, 11-5.
Wowzers. There's just a couple of young fans. I didn't know if there was another MC involved. It sounded like Michael Absalom was back. Yeah, the second game, a good effort there from Ali Azat. We're going to hear now from Safi. He'll be with Ali Farag.
Thank you, Joey. Ali, congratulations. Welcome back to one of your favorite courts on the planet. You are the two-time defending champion. Are you looking forward to making it 3 in a row?
Well, that's the hope, but you know, we're so far ahead. I can't think too far ahead of myself. You know, today was the first match. I needed to find my rhythm. You know, coming up against a great friend in Ali, you know, very good friends with the family, so it wasn't easy to play against him, but it was really enjoyable. And now I have to focus on the next match and take it point by point, match by match, and hopefully I can hold the trophy that one more time.
And what a beautiful time to be an Egyptian squash fan. The battle at the top in both the men and the women's is solely Egyptian. And your battle between Mustafa Asal for top spot in world ranking, how does that affect your thinking throughout the tournament? Or is that kept to the side and just the tournament play being your main focus?
Yeah, the tournament being my main focus, but obviously during my training, you know, you try to evolve as always. You know, Mustafa has come up with a great, you know, overall, I don't know, he's just a complete player, and he just makes you work harder against him in matches, and even more so in training. So not only Mustafa, everyone else, you know, is gearing up to win this prestigious event, and then hopefully the World Championships coming up as well. So I have to be always evolving, and that's the aim with my coach Karim Darwish here and my fitness trainer and everyone around, and hopefully I can keep evolving.
And last but not least, I went up into the stands to get a more bird's eye view, and one of our local Goonies asked me if I could give you an armband and ask you to sign it for one of our local community members. Thank you so much. Congratulations to our first winner in the men's competition in this year's Gouna International Squash Championship. Once again, give it up for world number 2 and our defending champion, Ali Farag.
Here's everything you need to know to play squash. Before anything, you're going to need the right equipment to get you started. You'll need a pair of non-marking court shoes, a ball, and most importantly, a racket. The layout of the squash court is simple. You have the front wall, the side walls, and the back wall. Running around the top of the court is the outline, and at the bottom of the front wall is the tin. These remaining lines are the service areas. Before starting a match, spend 5 minutes hitting the ball between you and your opponent to get it warmed up. 2 or 3 shots each, then pass it over, and swap sides halfway through. The hotter the ball, the bouncier it's going to be. Players spin a racket to decide who serves first. Here, we're using the direction of the Dunlop logo. To hit a good serve, you have to at least have 1 foot inside the service box as you play the shot. If your foot's outside the box, it's considered a foot fault, and your opponent wins the point. The ball must hit the front wall above the service line and land in the opposite back quarter of the court. There's no second serve in squash, so make sure to get it right first time. The server continues serving from alternate sides until they lose a point. After that, the serve passes to the opponent, who can choose the side they would like to serve from, continuing to alternate thereafter. After the serve, players take turns hitting the ball. The ball must hit the front wall before it hits the floor. The ball can hit the side and or back walls before hitting the front wall. This is called a boast. A player scores a point when their opponent fails to return the ball before it bounces twice or hits the out of bounds. That means either on or above the outlines or on or below the tin. Games are played to 11 and matches are usually best of 5 games. To win a game, you must win by at least 2 clear points. So, if the score reaches 10-all, the first player to go 2 points clear of their opponent, for example 12-10 or 13-11, wins. In squash, opponents often share the same space, which can lead to players getting in each other's way. This is where lets and strokes come in. When a let is awarded, neither player wins a point and the rally is replayed. A let can be given when A player thinks they could have reached the ball if not for the interference. When unsure if the ball was good or if there's an accidental collision. Or if a player is worried there's a chance they may hit the opponent with the ball. This is called a safety let. A stroke is awarded if a player obstructs their opponent's direct path to the ball, if a player doesn't make sufficient effort to clear the way after their shot, or a player is blocked from playing a winning shot. Finally, here's 3 top tips to help you elevate your game. First of all, get back to this area called the tee after every shot. This will help you get your opponent's ball back no matter where it goes in the court. The second is to get the ball running along the side wall. The closer your shot is to the wall, the harder it is for your opponent to hit it. And the final tactic is to hit the ball away from your opponent. The more work you can put in their legs, the quicker they'll get tired and the closer you'll be to victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gouna International Squash Open 2025. 2 incredible matches down, 2 amazing matches to go. Our third matchup of the day is yet another all-Egyptian affair. In fact, it's an all-Alexandrian affair, which means it's time to meet the players. Introducing first on court, at just 19 years of age, she's an up-and-coming, rising Egyptian squash star. Let's hear it for Fayrouz Abul Khair. And her opponent, current world number 2, second seed of the tournament. She's our 2021 Gouna champion. She is the warrior princess, Nour El Sherbini.
Fayrouz Abul Khair from Egypt taking on Nour El Sherbini, the number 2 seed also of Egypt. And joining me is former world number 10, Surab Gosal. Welcome, Surab.
Thank you, Lisa. Absolute privilege to be in the commentary box with you.
Oh, very kind words. Well, this is a bit of a shock to the system for the current World Under-23 champion, newly crowned just a couple of days ago, Fayrouz Abul Khair, on the left-hand side of your screen. Fresh off the travel from Pakistan. 19 years of age. It's only just outside the juniors, competing in the very first ever World Under-23 championships. Quite a relatively easy tournament for her. 4 titles, 5 finals, pretty good conversion rate there. Also from Alexandria, has looked up to Nour El Sherbini all her career. A lot of similarities in the styles between these two.
I was just going to say that, Lisa. I think she's almost like the Nour Sherbini pretender, and then you have Amina Orfi, who's the Nouran Gohar pretender in a lot of ways. It's quite coincidental that we have the 2 best juniors. Oh, I mean, Fayrouz obviously just outside of juniors, but they're basically mimicking the 2 best women in the world today.
Yeah, it is very interesting. And Amina Orfi just a little bit higher in the rankings currently, but they had a tremendous amount of battles through juniors. Well, Nour El Sherbini, what can I say, 29 years of age now. 528 career matches, turned pro way back in 2009. It's been an absolute age that we've had this player, the greatest of all time, really, in my opinion, Nour El Sherbini. 43 PSA squash tour titles now. Has Gregory Gaultier, her coach, here with her. Just behind her there in the front row.
I just did the match with Ali Farag, and his win percentage was above 80%. We've got Nour El Sherbini at 81.6. I mean, those win percentages are just an absolute scandal.
I think they're the highest that we've ever had.
Well, apparently Rami Ashur was apparently at like 87% at one point. Yeah.
Wow.
Before, like, towards the end. That's what Joey Barrington put together. Although you don't quite trust him all the time.
No, there's a lot to be said about that.
But yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about the fact that Nour Sherbini has kind of been the one to really elevate the women's game over a consistent period of time. They've been absolutely brilliant with the way she's played the game, what she does with the ball. I think so many guys on tour would love to have her ability as a squash player. I mean, and that's testament to, you know, the way she's won her titles, because physically she's obviously not been at her very best all the time.
Mayer El Surti is the referee for this one, with Khalid Yassin as the video referee. A little bit windy out there.
You were obviously on this court a bit earlier today, Lisa, and kind of walked into the conference box and you were like, it's really dead out there. And
In
these two
terms of the
girls-
atmosphere, yeah. Not on court.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's quite lively, hot and bouncy, but
Is it?
the crowd, I meant the atmosphere, it was deadly silent. Yes, I didn't feel, I mean, I was playing the Terminator. She was absolutely spanking the ball around the court.
That's a surprise, isn't it?
And yeah, I didn't get too much of a look in there, but it's certainly not dead. No, it's a nice court, to be honest. I find the floor a little bit slippy, but the more wet mopping that it was getting, it was improving.
Players start in 30 seconds.
Gregory Gaultier with his back to the camera here. Noor Sherbini's been working with him for the last few years, and I can tell you one thing. Greg plays every single point
Players start in
that his
15
players are playing.
seconds.
He's so involved in every single match and every single practice session almost.
Yeah, you cannot say he lacks passion.
Gouna International Squash Open 2025, Women's Round 1 match. Noor Sherbini of Egypt to serve, Fayrouz Abul Khair of Egypt to receive. Best of 5 games, level.
And we're in. Noor Sherbini serving to start the match.
Yes, lad. Level. Stop.
Oh, there's just
Something's just fallen
it's
from
the
the
end.
sky.
It's the end of the butt of the racket from Abelkir.
Fayrouz. Oh,
She will not be spinning for serve.
that's a good spot, Lisa. I love the way Noor just went, something fell from the sky.
Well, I can tell you this,
Yeah.
we're going to see a lot of front court action used between these two.
And out 1-0.
Both have that lovely open racket face, cutting the ball. It's funny, isn't it, just with Abelkir having Noor Sherbini to look up to. They do, there is a lot of similarities in their swing even. Abelkir's got that ability to really wind up with a big swing and hit hard, but she's also got that ability to shorten it. Oh, geez.
Stroke to Abul
Have
Khair.
quite a sharp backswing and use that punch through the ball as well, as we see that Sherbini possesses.
No, she was preparing
Yes, for
her
sure.
swing.
I think
That's why the ball hit her.
there's so many similarities, even with the way they move to the ball, what they do with the ball once
2-1.
they get there. I also feel like the thought processes in terms of where they want to put the ball and what purpose they have behind every shot is kind of very similar, or at least coming from the same kind of position in their heads.
3-1.
This was actually my pick for the night tonight, and I really hope that it lives up to it. We need both of them playing at their best.
Absolutely, I would have gone for that as well, Surav, to be honest.
4-1.
But and this is a great start for the youngster, but question marks for me were over how she was going to back up after that World Under-23 final, the travel as well. But then I remember she's 19 years old, and I don't know if you can remember that far back, but you can do anything when you're that age. Be a lot of adrenaline as well, I guess. She won't have properly come down from that high of winning, and she'll just be trying to
6-1.
carry on and be on this big stage where she quite clearly belongs.
It's a very nice volley drop in there. She's started extremely well over here, Fayrouz. Definitely hitting her marks really well and causing Noor quite a few problems.
Yeah, that's absolutely lovely. She caught that off,
Right side.
stuck the racket out,
7-1.
short swing, got the ball running tight to the side wall.
But she got into trouble there, Noor, because she played that forehand flick. There was no need to, you know, she just needed to put it in straight, and I'm sure Greg is tearing his hair out in the crowd. Thinking, just put the ball in straight. And there's lots of hair in his head right now.
Out. 8-1.
Wouldn't have called this though, 8-1, first game to Fairouz.
Down.
That was not far away.
And out, 2-8.
Sherbini's won that point, but it doesn't look to me that she's moving as fluidly as she would like. It looks very, very stop-start and staggered. Like even there, like, you know, it just feels like there's no rhythm.
It's just what she's been given from Abelkir, isn't it? There's no rhythm to
And
that
out
style at all.
9-3.
She's asking questions of the movement. She's pretty much hitting everything into the front two corners at the minute, whether it's a bolster, a kill, or a counter drop. She's not building from the back, and I think that's just not letting Sherbini settle at all. And that is absolutely glued.
Yes, and that's given her 7 game balls.
And out,
I'm sorry.
4-9.
My bad. Noura Sherbini's hit that ball. So it's back to 4-9.
Trying now to build from the back of the court. Sherbini paying attention to the quality. Getting Abelkir stuck in the back two corners, taking her away from that mid-court area, which she's been attacking, and that is flat as a pancake into the nick. And now, Surav, 5 game balls.
10-5 game ball.
Yeah, that's a lovely counter drop, making sure she's just nipped in there with the movement for
And
the
out,
ball.
6-10 game ball.
Touch the side wall.
Down. 11-6, game to Abul Khair. Abul
No
Khair
signs
leads
at
1
all
game to love.
of any residue from World Under-23 Championships. Fairouz Abelkir flew in from Pakistan not too long ago, carrying on that winning form. So Nour El Sherbini not quite at her best yet, 6 minutes in duration, very quick.
Speed was the fastest. Goatee, actually. Oh, I love his movement. Raneem's forehand. No, my backhand. I don't want to change my backhand. Is that a correct answer? Could be an answer. I love my backhand. I don't want to take it from anyone. Squash brain. Laura Massaro? Definitely Shabana and Rami, both.
Game for Fairouz definitely make her feel a lot more comfortable and increase that belief, if there was any lack of it, of trying to get a big win over her opponent.
Okay, we resume in 60 seconds.
Abdelaziz in the coaching corner there for Abelkir. Very animated as per usual. Sherbini back on court, as expected.
I actually think Aziz is pretty docile there by his normal standards. He's normally jumping up and down everywhere.
Okay, we resume in 30 seconds.
Partial to a bit of ghosting.
Be interesting to see now if Sherbini actually tries to build through rallies and structure them, or she kind of goes toe-to-toe, taking it in short, because it felt like she was in no man's land in terms of a game plan in that first game.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think she wanted to try and expose the front two corners early doors. But Fairouz not really in a position that was going to trouble her movement-wise. Both of them have had a really high tee position. As I said, they were both playing the front two-thirds of the court. So it's fine if that's how she wants to play, so long as she is in front. like that rally we just seen.
Down. 2-love. Hand out 1-2. Hand out 3-1.
I mean, she's got a 4-1 lead in this game, but it doesn't quite feel like she's really in
4-1.
control of all the rallies, which is, you know, not the usual for someone like a Noor Sherbini. Although she's definitely not complaining that she's 4-1 up, but she would like a little bit more control through these rallies to really start feeling comfortable.
4-1. Player review Sherbini on the Yeslat decision.
Sherbini heading to the review, the first one of the match. She feels that Abulkir's stuck in no man's land here. That'll be upheld as a let from the overhead.
Yeah, I would be really surprised if this is overturned. I also think it's an insight into where her head's at right now, because if she was really playing well, I don't think she would even be thinking about that. She'd be like, yeah, I'm 4-1 up, let's just keep this going.
Yeslat decision upheld.
She looks bewildered almost that it didn't get overturned. She's obviously seeing something different to what everyone else is.
Yeah, that is a wicked angle. And a little bounce in the step there from Sherbini.
5-1.
Starting to rev herself up, get the engines going.
Head up. Thank you.
Any little sniff that she gets
And out,
here,
2-5.
Abulkir, she is being quite ruthless, exposing the movement of Sherbini. It's just not quite firing on all cylinders yet.
Yeslat 2-5.
I mean, I think it's very clear what Noor Sherbini has to do. She has to hit her targets. If she doesn't hit her targets, she's going to be in trouble. Especially with her movement probably not being at its very best today. Hitting it accurately is going to be extremely important.
Another lovely cross court there from Sherbini.
Hand out 6-2.
It's nice and low, so it's under that swing of Abulkir. It's to prep quite high, so that cross is a good shot.
Hand out 3-6. Hand out 7-3.
Little slip there in the front left.
Hand out 4-7. Down.
The accuracy is creeping up now from Sherbini, isn't it?
It's definitely inching up, and
8-4.
she needs it very, very soon to be at its firing best.
Oh, goodness me. Well, I'm not sure she meant it to be that good, but you'll absolutely
And out
take it.
5-8.
What are you saying? She aimed for that.
Absolutely not. I think she's gone for something on the backhand.
Down. Hand out 9-5.
It's almost like win or bust with Fairuz, isn't it? Like, she's getting the opportunity, she goes for it. Once it comes in, it's brilliant. If it doesn't, it's in the tin.
Hand out 6-9.
Yeah, well, that's one way to shut that rally down and give yourself a game ball. Abelkir just started to move her way back into the second game. 4 game balls for the Warrior Princess.
Six again to Sherbini. One
Good
game
response. Noor El Sherbini doesn't look particularly comfortable out there. Tied at 1-0. 15 minutes, 2 relatively short games, but it's Noor El Sherbini that gets a point on the scoreboard.
Noor El Sherbini's done well to get back into this match and tie it at 1-1. She got off to a pretty decent start, although it didn't look like she was in total control of all the points. She wasn't really structuring it as well as she's capable of. And the accuracy wasn't the great either in some occasions. But she is at 1-1. Game ball here.
11-6 again to Sherbini. One game.
Nice slow-mo pictures of a lovely taxi. Fairuz going to Cairo. Ball is stuck in El Gouna.
There's lots of hair in that corner. Noor El Sherbini, of course, the best at angles and throwing all sorts of shots and opening up the court against her opponent, but I think that's almost suiting Abelkir, how open it is. Just feel she needs to try and shut the court down a little bit more, be more disciplined with the straight lines before she's opening up.
I think it's kind of difficult to tell someone like Noor Sherbini to do that, because in her head and in her heart she obviously feels like she's the best in the world at doing that, and she's like, you know, I can go up against anyone. But obviously with her probably not moving as well as she would like and not hitting her targets as well as she would like, it's just smart to kind of be a bit more clinical. We'll see what she does in this third game now. 1-1, Noor El Sherbini to serve.
Down. Hand out 1 love. Hand out 1 all. Hand out 2-1. Yes, let 2-1.
Yeah, I was going to say she's lucky to get away with that let, and Fairouz has caught onto that very, very quickly. Looked like very minimal interference there. What do you think of that, Lisa?
Not sure why she didn't hit it. I think she's thinking the follow through, to be honest. She's got her hand on her. If she takes the follow through, I think that's what Sherbini's thinking. But I'm thinking, I'm not sure why she didn't hit it.
Yeah, I think that would have been a very, very soft let if that was given.
Again, though, Surab, another decision where you're thinking the focus is just not quite lasered yet. Trying to play a bit more straighter down this backhand side, Sherbini.
One thing I will say, Sherbini's probably got the best backhand in the history of the game. And Fairouz doesn't seem too fussed taking her on that side either. She's definitely got some belief coursing through her veins at this point in time.
Hand out 2-3. Down. 3-0.
Very soft error there by Fairouz. Just almost feels like Sherbini's definitely under a little bit of pressure. She needs to kind of make it hard. And those small kind of mistakes kind of release those pressure valves just a little bit. And once those valves are released and she kind of starts flowing, it's very difficult to stop someone like a Noor Sherbini. That's what you're seeing here. She's had 2 fantastic points after that very, very soft error. How tough is this shot, Lisa?
Awful. You're on the receiving end of that, it's awful. I feel like she's cross-courted well. She's got the angles right and the pace as well. Oh, that's lovely defense from Sherbini.
Stroke to Sherbini. 6-3.
Vanessa Atkinson, former world #1 with the kids.
And world champion. That's the one up she's got on James Willstrop.
Oh, she's many ups on James Willstrop.
Down. 7-3.
So starting to unravel now here for Abulkir.
Stroke to Sherbini.
Another review coming in here for Abulkir. Thinking she's cleared in time. Kind of clears out in the line that Sherbini wants to come in and hit. That's the difficult thing.
I can see this getting overturned though, to a yes let.
Do you not think she needed to clear, so she's cleared across rather than back out?
No, I can see the stroke being given as well, but I can also see a yes let being given.
The way Abulkir moves out of that ball is the wrong line out, surely.
It's a tight one, I think.
Sherbini has no sight of the ball at all.
Yeah, but the stroke isn't given on the side, right? It's given on the actual interference of hitting the shot.
So you can hide, you can stay in front of the ball and hide it, and then jump out at the last second.
Well, if it gives you the direct line, then yeah. See, I told you. I'm thinking on the lines of the refs.
Yes, that decision overruled. Abulkir has 2 reviews remaining.
No, thank you. Thankless job.
7-3 from the left.
You're not wrong there.
Oh, we got the scoreboard saying yes led there. It's interesting graphics.
Down. 8-3.
Oh, wow. Stuns that ball in. Massive backswing. Comes down on it. Good racket control.
Hand out 4-8.
Yeah, I mean, she's really carved that ball in. Again, makes it look very easy, but it isn't. Especially on an outside court. Makes it that much harder.
Too many errors here from Abukir, all
Hand out 9-4.
pretty much on this backhand side.
Down.
That's the 5th error on the backhand side. His 3rd game. Giving
10-4,
Sherbini
game
6
ball.
game balls. Oh, what about that to finish?
11-4, game to Sherbini.
That cross court.
Leads 2 games to 1.
Phenomenal from Sherbini. Watch this. Good balance on the ball. And look at that, snarl. She takes the 3rd game. That is the definition of awkward, that.
Okay, so forehand, I would choose my forehand. Diego Elias's backhand. It's just the way he cuts the ball. I like the motion of the swing. No, I'd have my speed every day. Farag's footwork. Squash brain, I would have Mohammed Sherbalis. I would have Rami Ashour's flair. Tactics, who would I pick? Jonathan Power, Paul Cole.
Let Noor Sherbini get into the game, and then it was a complete turnaround. And like Lisa was mentioning, few too many errors from Abukir. And Noor Sherbini finishing that game off with a beautiful backhand cross-court volley drop. Greg probably explaining to her that this is what he did when he was a player himself. And Sherbini just shrugging her shoulders saying, yeah, I do it better.
I think that's exactly what they're saying, to be honest. Nailed that. Really enjoyed that response there from Sherbini when she won that 3rd game. Bit of a snarl.
Yeah, and also I feel like she's just got a little bit more control of this match. And control of her hitting, control of her emotions to a certain extent as well. There seems to be a little bit more clarity, and the clarity is a funny thing. She's moving a bit better as well after that. Maybe she just needed her engine to rev up a little bit.
Sherbini leads 2 games to 1. Sherbini to serve, level.
So 4th game, living up so far anyway. The pick of the night, Surav. You're not wrong there.
Yeah, we've definitely seen some very good shot making to the front of the court, which is no surprise. Although I'd say we still haven't seen both of them playing at their very best at the same time yet.
2-love.
But things could change very quickly in a match like this.
And out 1,
Bit of a taste of her own medicine there from Abukir for Noor Sherbini.
down. Two old.
I think the viewers could hear Noor shouting at herself, Noor knowing fully well that it was just a wrong shot choice.
Down. And out 3-0.
Just a little bit too close to that one. Snatching at it.
And again, just very, very bad timing for that error.
Yeah, just as she was starting to build a bit of momentum. Oh boy.
That is some serious improvisation there.
And out 4-3.
Gonna see it here now. Oh,
Oh, wow.
she just used the wrist to manipulate the ball there so well.
No let.
And again there.
She just jabs at it, doesn't she? Lets the hand come through the shot.
Down.
Errors are her complete undoing here.
Yeah, but that was really, really close. You know, if she gets that up, wins the point, 6-3, it's a completely different dimension to 4-5.
Oh, it's clever from Shabini.
5-0.
I was asking Joey this question earlier about what his favorite shot of Nuran Gohar was. He went with the backhand short kill from the court.
Ooh.
So that looked uncomfortable. Although she's back
No
up
let.
and about pretty quickly.
Player review Abu Khair on the no let decision.
Bounceability.
You really want to be 19 again, don't you, Lisa?
Do you not?
Oh, maybe not 19. 25. I'll take 25.
I'll go 19 all day. What was the question?
We'll debate this decision and then I'll get back to you. You think she's going to have any joy overturning this?
I don't think so. I think she creates her own interference, one of those ones. Just the way she moves over to the left there. So she clips the feet because she's gone off the wrong way initially.
I'm actually in agreement with you here.
Actually, you're shocked.
Yeah, but I have a feeling the refs are going to feel that she tripped and hence she couldn't get the ball. Like there. And that's why they're looking at it so often.
What would you want? You'd want a let, right?
I would want a let, but I don't think I'm going to get... I should get a let. But I have a feeling she might get one. Ah, telling you.
Yes let. Decision overruled. Abu Khair has 2 reviews remaining.
Just saying.
From the left,
There's
5-0.
applications open for the referee.
Yeah.
If you'd like it. Send
No,
you the
I'm
form.
good. I'm good. Coming back to my question to you, Lisa. What is your favorite Nurul Sherbini shot? There's a lot to choose from.
Down.
I have a whole wardrobe full of shots here to
6-5.
choose from. Gonna get back to you. It's got to be something on the backhand. Maybe the backhand drop from the back.
Nice. I think mine would be
7-5.
the one off the back wall where she shows the straight drop of the kill but fades it to the back. It's a very, very good shot. Very subtle, but very, very good.
The drop off the back wall that I'm talking about is not even, doesn't even try to disguise it. So you can actually anticipate what she's going to hit, but it doesn't matter because it's so soft and delicate and it stops so short, there's no chance. Although I do like from the mid-court, the short backswing and she comes in like she's going to play the drop and then boom, it goes deep.
Yeah, she just has so many options on that backhand, and that's what makes it so threatening and so difficult to deal with. It's the options. It's often it's not actually the shot itself, but it's the options which makes it hard. have to say, Fairuz goes across that front court when she's covering the front very, very well. You know, she picks up all the cross courts. I don't think any cross court has gotten past her.
Yeah, she keeps her position so that the angles are in her favor. You know, she doesn't sit too deep and she doesn't creep too far across. She holds the position well. So pressing towards the finish line here, Noor Al-Shibini.
That person in the crowd looked like PJ.
It is PJ.
Oh. He's making a grand entrance at some point.
Enjoying sun here in El
Stroke
Gouna.
double khair. Player review, Sherbini on the stroke decision.
I'm surprised she was allowed to go for the review here.
Then she asked for a review.
I mean, is Sherbini wearing lenses, which is giving her some different viewpoint of where the ball is landing? Because this seems to me like a stonewall stroke. And she's 9-6 up. Okay, it's fine. Oh, that's one of the quickest decisions.
Stroke to stroke double khair. Decision upheld. Sherbini has no reviews remaining. And out 7-9.
As I've said, Sirab, the application is still open. That's that dealt with.
And out 10-7 match ball.
3 match balls. Just
11-7
required.
match to Sherbini. 3 games
Tricky
to
1 for Sherbini.
6-11, 11-6, 11-4,
There's
11-7.
Abulkir, newly crowned World Under-23 champion, just off a flight from Pakistan. No signs of any residual fatigue there from her. Really took it to Sherbini here. A few too many errors at times, really, to be honest, and that was the difference, as well as Sherbini trying to go up a gear and find it somehow. It was by no means her best, but she found a way. We're going to hear from her on court.
Thank you, Lisa, and congratulations, Noor. Your first match in this year's tournament. How did it feel?
Well, it feels amazing, of course, to be on court again after all this year. Coming back to Gouna is always incredible to come back. Just a bit of credit to Fairuz, to be honest. It's amazing what she has done today, playing like this, arriving Gouna 2 hours before a match, just winning a tournament 2 days ago and having a lot of issues with her flights, and just like she wants just to come and play and playing as if there was nothing happened. This shows a lot of her character and shows how good she is. And yeah, I've been watching her since she started playing squash, and amazing to have a big battle like this on court today. And I just wish her all the best in the upcoming tournaments.
That's beautiful from you. And speaking of Fairuz, knowing that you are her mentor and she looks up to you, does that affect and change your game plan when you're playing with someone that knows you so well and looks up to you?
Well, it's tough and hard. Of course, as I said, we've been playing in the same club, and I saw her grow up, and I saw her how she's playing, and definitely she's also watching, and we train a lot together. But it's the first time ever to have a match in a tournament, so it's definitely different than playing a practice match back home. So yeah, it's definitely hard, and she's very dangerous and very skillful, and I'm just happy to be through today.
And last but not least, last time you lifted the trophy here was 2021. Are you feeling 25 is Noor's year?
Hopefully yes, of course. I love coming here, I love playing here. It's always a pleasure playing in front of your home crowd, and playing in Egypt is always special, and winning any tournament is special. So I'm feeling good. I've been training for the past month and a half, and I'm really feeling I'm better, and hopefully 2025 is a good one this time.
Hopefully, and congratulations on your first match. Once again, let's hear it for the Warrior Princess, Noor Sherbini.
Noura Sherbini will be really, really happy to get off that court with a 3-1 victory. First game, Fairouz came out really quick from the traps and won that pretty comfortably, actually, with Noor looking extremely disjointed in her hitting as well as her movement. She kind of got it back slightly in the second, but started assuming a little bit more control for the third and the fourth games. The errors from Fairouz Abulkhair, especially at inopportune times, really, really helped. And that was match ball for Noor Sherbini.
3 games to 1, 6-11.
Doing enough today to get through, although she would really love to get her act together and play a little bit better as the rounds go through.
36 minutes, Noor Al Sherbini, the number 2 seed, gets through against Fairouz Abulkhair, 3 games to 1. Well, with just 1 match left of this evening, back over to the men's draw. Mohammed Al Sherbini from Egypt takes on Mustafa Assal, the number 2 seed, also of Egypt. That's any minute now.
Extremely pleased with the power and control that I was able to maintain.
The design and color, it's a nice touch. Just feeling is very natural. We recommend this practice to the power of brings to your game.
So it's also very important that I have a lot of power in my shot.
Being heavy, it gives me everything I need and I can solve. I think it's a perfect practice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gouna International Squash Open 2025. Our 4th and final match of the day right here at the glass court in the Gouna Conference and Cultural Center, once again, is an all-Egyptian affair, which means it's time to meet the players. First on court, hailing from Alexandria, he just saw his cousin Noor win her first match. Give it up for 22-year-old Mohammed Al Sherbini. And his opponent, current world number 1, second seed of the tournament. He is the Raging Bull. Give it up for Mustafa Assal.
Well, believe it or not, it's the last match of this evening's play here at the Gouna International, and we've got the cousin of Noor El Shabini, Mohammed El Shabini. Shabini won her match. All eyes on Mohammed taking on Mustafa Asal, the #2 seed, both from Egypt. I'm Joe Barrington. I'm joining Lisa Aiken now.
Good evening, Joey.
Very cold out there. How did you find it on court in terms of the temperature when you were out there?
Yeah, I mean, last week when I was preparing to come here, I was thinking of the years we've had in the past where it's been unbearable, really. I was thinking of ways where I was going to have to cool myself down, but no, it's quite breezy and it's a little bit chilly, actually. We're needing layers. Warmed up with a jacket.
Yeah, we saw that. The floor looked like it needed quite a lot of kind of wet mopping. Is that?
Yeah, it did.
Was it dusty?
It was dusty. It felt a bit
gritty.
Felt a bit waxy, actually. It was not great. Kind of pushing off. Was slipping a bit.
Let's hope that gets sorted out. So 11 titles now for 32-year-old, the elder cousin of Noor El Shabini, playing his 220th match here this evening, and it's a tough call for him taking on the world #1 who's in the form of his life. Very relaxed character. Well, James Wallstrop, he's just come in there. We had news that he was actually speaking to Mathieu Castagnet. Actually, that's the uncle of Mustafa Asal. He was in the wilderness for a couple of days, James, and just finding himself just foraging, and now he's got somebody's underpants on his head. ...23 years of age now, and deserved world #1 position for him, winning that Optasia event which took him there. And we've got a great situation between him and Ali Farag. If he's able to outdo Farag, then he'll retain the position, otherwise Farag will take it back. So exciting times for the men's event as well as the women's, for obvious reasons, but yeah, looking forward to seeing how he fares. These conditions will certainly suit him. There's Amir Mansi. He's oddly not got any underpants on his head like James Wallstrop, just speaking to Meinhorn there.
So ahead there in the head-to-head, 2 meetings. 3 games to love, as you probably would expect between these two. Mustafa Asal's father, who was with him in Optasia.
Yeah, he travelled over to him to experience that, and Mum's there, and then Marwan, the brother, who's got shoulders on him, and very broad shoulders on him. He's going to be 17 soon. He's only still a youngster. So James Wallstrop speaking to Ibrahim Asal, who's the brother of Mahmoud. The recently retired man from South Africa. Calling time, Mike Collins. There he is. So we might be seeing him a little bit more on the PSA Squash Tour now. He is retired. He's a retired lawyer. And Amira Yasser is the VR. James also just giving out the vibe there.
Play will start in 30 seconds. Play will start in 15 seconds.
Who's your pick for this men's event? Quickly.
Ali.
Gouna International Squash Open 2025, men's round 1 match. Mohammed Al-Shabini of Egypt to serve, Mustafa Asal of Egypt to receive. Best of 5 games. Lovell.
Into the last match now. Another battle of the Egyptians. Mohammed Al-Shabini from Alexandria. Sal from Cairo.
That was nice.
Thank you. Out. Hand out.
That's nicely done. The ball's
One
actually
love.
out of court from the back wall bows. So you're going Ali Farag to win this one.
If conditions change. Because it's gonna heat right up, by the way. Final's gonna be about 30 degrees.
2 love.
Can't wait for that in the studio.
In comparison to right now, it's 20. It's cold. It's freezing, actually. 20 degrees. Freezing by Gouna standards. Yeah, I just think he's had the rest. He didn't play Optasia. Yeah, he's in a very good place here.
3
Asal,
love.
he's got that composure, that focus, the balance between the relaxedness, but dialed into what he's trying to do with the ball. Hitting at a nice pace, not coming out and blasting it, but just working the ball around the court.
Four love.
Good accuracy there from the raging one. It's actually very, very calm and smooth. He's obviously full of confidence. Kind of an exhibition mode here.
Yeah, he's come out to put on a show, hasn't he?
Down. 5 love. Right side. No lid.
No lid there, and
Player review Al-Shabini on the no-let decision.
let's have a look here, Lisa. Original decision there being a no lit.
Yeah, I don't think he took the right.
See what happens. We'll have a good look at this one.
See why it's given as an all-let. It's just, look, the no let given probably because he's gone more for a sal than
Yes,
the ball.
let. Decision
Video
overruled.
taking a good
Al-Shabini
look at
has
that
2
one.
reviews remaining. 5-love.
Good look at that one, and still a 5-love lead for a sal.
Down. 6-love. Hand out 1-7.
Well, much needed point on the board there for Al-Shabini.
Yeah, right smile. Oh.
Very measured, isn't it? You said Cam, which I definitely agree with, but it's measured, calculated. He's not just out there having fun. I mean, he probably is, but it's all very well thought through.
I think he's going to win this event. I do. I think he'll
Hand
win
out.
this event, unless it gets
8-1.
extraordinarily hot.
Yeah, which it is going to.
Is it?
But I do feel that that is the only way that Ali Farag will win. It's accurate.
9-1. Down. 10-1. Game ball.
Well, they're all right to be looking quite perky at 10-1 in the first. No stresses, no worries in this first round encounter. The younger brother was given the wild card, Marwan. He lost out 3-1.
And out. 2-10. Game ball.
2-10. Yeah, Yusuf Solomon, who's managed to come back from an injury himself.
$3-10. Game ball. Down. 11-3, game to Asal. Asal leads 1 game to love.
Well, as the music comes on, sorry, we are here. We just trying to brace the cold. 9 minutes for the first game, and it's Asal leading 1-0.
Wow!
Yes!
The first one, the first one.
Too easy, too easy.
Yes!
Easy. Surely that last one, right? One more, one more.
One. Doesn't have to be perfect every time.
Come on.
Too easy, too easy.
15 seconds. Asal leads 1 game to love. Love all. Down.
That's better from Shabini, just trying to step it up
And
a little
out.
bit.
Yeah, he has to.
1 love.
The pace very much in Asal's terms. He needs to try and rev this up somehow. That's much better, getting on it, moving,
2 love.
pressing forward.
Hand out. 1-2. Out. 2 all.
Well, there'll certainly be a good few people travelling to this event. A few groups coming on for a squash holiday, as well as watching the squash on the evening, and a lot of the Egyptian fans will be coming in next week. A lot of Germans, aren't there, here in the resort?
Yeah. Does attract a lot of Germans, doesn't it? Every year.
Well, getting a bit of a rally between the two now. Nice placements here from Shabini.
Just moving forward into the ball as well, trying to get in front of Asal. Oh wow, that movement. Sharp.
It's a good run out for him. Again, I don't want to take anything away from Shabini, but it's just quite steady and getting some good gauge on this court. Asal.
He's not really ever under any pressure, is he?
at all.
There's not one single shot that's really troubling him. But he's just getting enough balls back here, Shabini. Space to play that.
Yes, let.
Yeah, I would have given a no-let there.
The movement was razor sharp, in and out. Lots of room to play.
He's feeling that rally, Shabini there.
2-all.
Let's have a look. There's a bit of a bang, and then...
He's feeling it where he didn't get hit, though.
No. Yeah. It's weird, in the heart area, he got hit more, like nudged more in the ribs.
Serving from the left. Down. Ball was fine. The ball was fine. 3-2.
Yeah, the ball called in. The rallies are starting to get quite long now, the early stages of this second game.
Down.
Oh, that was not far away.
Hand out. 3-all.
Interesting to see, actually, now if Vassal starts to rev it up. Bring a bit more power into it.
Stroke to Vassal. Hand out, 4-3. Down. 5-3. Stroke to Vassal. 6-3.
Well, just quietly going about his business here, Asal. You know, the raging ball is more kind of the stalking ball.
Yes, let. Six-3, right side. 7-3. Court service, please.
Yeah, you can really see the droplets there.
Again, that unbelievable athleticism here of Asal.
Thank you. 7-3.
Yeah, those sweat does evaporate a lot quicker on this floor for some reason.
It certainly does when it's a bit hotter as well. I think it's just taking its time because it's that bit cooler. Tempo's certainly gone up here. Asal revving the engines.
Yeah, just going into an extra gear now. Just having that wallop between his legs. Oh, a bit of a cock leg as well. James Walshrot would appreciate that. Hopefully he's still got the headdress on. Oh, unfortunately, went for the money shot.
4-7.
Not impressed by that. Set it up nicely for the cross-court nick attempt. That's the one between the legs. Oh, wow, that is... I've never seen a leg that cocked.
Good hip flexor.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, just needs a bit more injection and power into this now. A bit more pace from Asal.
That is immaculate.
Yes, let.
Oh, he's got to let ball for that.
Interference on the way through.
Yeah, we're gonna. This could well be overturned to a no lit. Let's have a look. The original decision is a yes let.
Play review. Asal on the yes let decision.
I don't see why that should be a let. What about
Was
you,
a
Joey?
little bit of there's a little bit of contact there with the shoe.
No, not enough in my book. He's
So be
been
deemed
done.
as minimal.
Okay.
He's been sent the wrong way.
Yeah, so it's
a perfect cross court. Lovely angle, dead.
so Mike
Dodo.
say it.
Okay.
Just
There was
waiting for
minimal
Mike to say.
interference. So no let.
What's the decision?
Sorry, the microphone. No let. 8-4.
Just a bit of a breakdown in the communication there, but the no let. Minimal contact. Asal 8-4 in this second. Moments away from going 2-love up, we feel.
Down. 9-4.
I don't want to take anything away here from Shabini, but it just kind of looks like Mustafa's extending just to get a bit of extra time on the court.
I mean, Al Shabini's definitely improved as this
No.
match has gone on. He's
And
asking more
out,
questions here of
5-9.
Sal, but I do agree with what you're saying.
I mean, that got what it deserved, didn't it?
And out, 10-5.
Home right into
Game
the
ball.
neck.
Five game balls.
$11-5, game to Asal. Asal leads 2 games to love.
So Mustafa Asal looking in good order here in El Gouna. Current world #1. 26 minutes so far. A very, very easy run out for him. Pushing on to 2 games to love in this round 1 encounter. Well, Lisa was saying about kind of Phil, he's extending rallies just to get a bit of extra court time here. Really, really relaxed. We'll see a few pictures of his body. I mean, he's an extraordinary physiology because he's kind of 89 kilograms, but yet he's got this bizarre kind of rubbery flexibility all through his body, isn't he?
Yeah, but can you imagine if he played rigid, how much energy that would take for that frame? He almost has to be that relaxed to make the movements so effortless, but I absolutely love the way he's come out and approached.
Play will
this
resume in
match.
60 seconds.
The relaxedness, and then just has that ability, if it is getting a bit close, or El Shabini is looking like he's going to come back in, he just revs it up and he brings in that power when he needs to, but it's on his terms, and then he can go back again to he's just completely, that's gross.
Yeah, he won't be giving that T-shirt to a fan. That'd be a bit harsh if he did. Just had a good nose blow on it.
Could have used James's
Play will resume
headgear.
in 30 seconds.
Yeah, the hanky on James's head he could have used, yeah.
Fifteen seconds. Asal leads 2 games to love.
So Nour El Shabini there, a cousin on court at the moment.
La ball.
Mohammed El Shabini and Nour El Shabini's brother.
One love. Stroke to Asal. Player review, El Shabini on the stroke decision.
Here we go, Lisa.
I think this will remain a stroke.
It's a dreadful shot. I don't really understand what was meant to happen here. He's looked back at him, but I mean, even if he took it early, it'd be a problem. I mean, it's a really poor shot. It's not cleared. I mean, that's a stroke. Well, there we go. It's been overruled as yes,
Yes, let. Decision overruled. El Shabini has 2 reviews remaining. One love. Hand out. 1 all.
It's very consistent here from Asal. The kind of, it's the same format, nothing to change, and just, that's a good squeeze again from
2-1.
Mohammed El Shabini.
Not up. Hand out. 2-all.
There's that injection of power
3-2.
when he decides to rev it up. So disruptive.
Left side, please. Down. 4-2. Down. 5-2. Left side, please. Left side, please.
Oh, it's just...
Serving left.
These the slow-mo pictures are amazing. Absolutely amazing. So going back to the relaxation, there's a shot that I saw from Optasia. He plays a rally where he does the fake, forehand fake, cross-court, and then forehand fakes the next shot and plays a straight drop. You can see his kind of cheeks and his lips just like vibrating with the relaxation. You know what you see with the 100-meter runners.
Yeah. Like sagging, drooping.
Yeah, it's really cool. You can get it on that slow-mo, that super slow-mo.
Not really what the player wants to see, but...
He looks like he's given up the ghost here.
Hand out. 3-7. Down. 4-7. No let.
Yeah, it's got taken the wrong line there. It's quite a high drop shot.
No let. Player review, Al Shabini on the no let decision.
Yeah, it's a good decision. I can't see this being overturned. Line, it just needs to be a little bit more to the left.
It's more like a strawberry.
We'll see this here. I mean, it's a high drop, but it's way over, and the ball's over there. So it has been overturned.
Yes,
so yes,
let. Decision overruled. Al Shabini has 2 reviews remaining. 4-7. Felt that the player could get to play the ball. Four-7.
Been a really good display of consistent concentration here from Asal.
Oh, he's just quiet as a mouse, knuckled down. He's really enjoying this. That's the best shot Shabini's played all match.
He comes back with interest, and then a lovely bit of touch there. Kind of got into the temp-in bowling position.
8-4.
Look back for reassurance from James, who's still got those whatever they are on his head. Lovely shot, lovely touch.
Down.
Seriously quick, that.
9-4.
Looking quite stylish tonight.
Yeah, the old denim jacket for Ibrahim. Collar up.
Yeah, that's power. Sheer power.
10-4. Match ball.
It's pretty loose, but Asal just backing off.
Down. Hand out.
Well, massive fan there of the cousin.
Match ball.
Mohammed Al Shabini. You see him pointing there, you take him everywhere with him. Not sure who it was.
Down. 11-5, match to Asal, 3 games to love. 11-3, 11-5, 11-5.
Yeah, very comfortable outing here for the current world #1, Mustafa Asal. He's the #2 seed for this event, but he's looking, there's the big embrace. We're going to hear now from Mustafa, maybe towering over Zafi.
Here we are back in the main court, Gouna International Squash Open 2025. Mustafa, Alf Mabruk, congratulations, your first match. How did it feel straight from your Optasia victory right here to the Red Sea?
Yeah, absolutely. So happy to be here. So happy to be playing Gouna again. You know, just unbelievable tournament. And thanks for Amr Mansi and all of the sponsors. It's one of my favorite tournaments. It's not the favorite, and it's always a special one.
And tonight, you had your match in probably the coldest weather of the day. How do you feel the weather affected you and will affect the rest of the tournament if it stays this cold?
Yeah, it's just the conditions here is always tricky, but like the players adapt into it, and I'm so happy to playing with Mohammed today. Just always friendly match, you know, between each other on and off court. He's such a big brother for me, so I'm really happy to put such a performance today. And all my team is here, and thanks for Jimbo and all of the family, and Dr. Hassan and my uncle as well, and my physios, you know. So I'm really happy to push again. Yeah.
And last but not least, we know how much of an Al Ahly fan you were. Were you following the football match behind the scenes, or were you just focused on the squash today?
Yeah, I just asked them, you know, I just asked them straight away, like, what's the score? I don't know the score of the second half, unfortunately, because I was into the match straight away, but for sure I will run and see. Hopefully Ahly gonna make it, yeah.
Well, I'll let you know from now. It finished 1-1. It finished 1-1. Mustafa Asal, thank you very much, and congratulations. Good luck in the rest of the tournament. Let's hear it for the world number one, Mustafa Asal.
Well, it's a dream start to the El Gouna tournament for Mustafa Asal. Lovely run out, as Joey said in commentary there, and it really was. He was so relaxed, so composed the whole time. Exhibition stuff, but at the highest quality. A performance that will give him a lot of confidence, and he looks like he's enjoying this court as well, as Joey said.
Down.
Suits his movement.
Down.
Lovely balance between creativity and sheer power. Dream start for Mustafa Asal.
Current world number one, very comfortable run out, really good test for him. 40 minutes to explore this court. 3-love victory over very talented Mohammed El Shabini, the cousin of Noor. Well, we managed to get to the studio here. Luckily, we've got the long sleeves on, Lisa. It is very chilly bonbon. We have said this all evening, but you're reassuring us it's going to start to heat up towards the end of the week.
Yeah, it is, which is much needed. I mean, we come here and we're absolutely dripping in sweat every night, but no, it's going to get to about 30 degrees hopefully by the finals, which we're needing. And you're looking a bit pale, so you'll be needing the sunscreen.
Oh, certainly will. The weather's going to be beautiful. We can't wait to get that in. It's been, you know, we've had some reasonable squash here. Obviously, the Shabini match was the one, wasn't it, with Abu El Kir. She's flown in from Pakistan. I think she literally arrived this morning, Abu El Kir, from Karachi.
Yeah, she did. I mean, that's incredible. She had a bit of flight trouble, so she got here a little bit later than she wanted to, but hey, she's 19 years of age. That stuff doesn't really bother you at that age, and she was moving great. She really took the game to Shabini. She's almost like a mini-me in a way, but fair play. She's on a good run, and obviously a bright future and rest.
Certainly is. It's the first time they met so far on the PSA Squash Tour, the two Alexandrians, but Gohar up against my co-commentator presenter Lisa Aiken in that first one, the only non-Egyptian to play this evening here on the glass court. Ali Farag 3-love over the wild card Azat, or is it? And then Farouz El Kia, she went down in 4 to Noor El Shabini, which we just said, and of course you've just seen us out with the 3-love victory there. Now Ali Farag, I mean, he's certainly wanted a bit of a run out. He had a similar mindset to Asal tonight, where he was extending the time, obviously, with the young wild card, just trying to get a bit of time on the court. I mean, it's not like they're going to be getting tired with the rest days as well.
No, I mean, it's a fine balance, isn't it, between getting a really good blitzing and keeping your court time down, especially when you're thinking about reaching the semi-final and the final. You want to try and expend less energy as possible, but you also want to get a good feel for the court. You want to build your confidence. You want to be hitting your corners and get a good feel for the court. So I think he did that tonight. I think also Mustafa Asal did that. Yeah, the two big ones for the men's, with Diego Elias having to pull out, sadly. Yeah, the Peruvian not playing this one due to a knee issue. Now we're going to look at tomorrow evening coming up. Still squash going on at the El Gouna Squash Centre. Just Ali Elanine there, who reached final in Manchester, just practicing just underneath our lovely graphic slate. Gohar up again against Malek Khafagi. She had a good win over Georgia Adderley, another Scot. Jonah Bryant, can't wait to see him play Farag. That's going to be a great experience for the young Englishman there. Sana Ibrahim
plays Hania El Hamami, who's in decent form herself. Good test for El Hamami. And then the Golden Tiger up against Elenine, who's practicing. I mean, that is starting to... Big change, isn't it, now, as we look to round 2?
No, we're starting to heat up a little bit, and I hope we are as well. But Joan Bryant coming in, got his first platinum win today, which is, you know, that was...
He's on a roll, yeah.
Yeah, it's about time that he got that. He's getting into these big events now, which is great to see. But the form that he's in, this is the test that he wants, right, up against Ali Farag.
Oh, he'll have a go at him.
Let's see what he's got on this outdoor court as well, something else that's going to be new for him. So I'm going to go with that, actually. You didn't ask me for a pick of tomorrow night, but I'm going to give you one anyway.
Yeah, no, it's good to see, and I'm looking forward to it as well. We've got some great matches coming up. There'll be more crowd, I can assure you. They'll be getting busier and busier throughout the week. From here, while we're absolutely freezing, we can't feel our faces, we're going to be back tomorrow. See you again from the El Gouna Squash International here in Egypt.